Welcome back to your mat. Today's practice focuses on building strength and improving mobility for both hips and hamstrings. You'll want to have at least 1 or 2 blocks for today's practice, and you can place them up toward the front of your mat. We're going to begin in a kneeling position on the mat, so just set your blocks up toward the front. You may even place them at the high position because that's how we're going to use them in a moment. And then just find a kneeling position on the back of your mat, sitting on your heels, or if this feels uncomfortable for you, you can sit any other way. We're just here for a few breaths. Hands in the lap if you're with me. And then sitting up tall, close the eyes. We'll begin right here with 5 breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Then open your mouth, sigh it out. Breathe in. Open the mouth. And 3 more just like that. Now, as you finish your last breath, close your mouth, let the chin fall to the chest. Keep the chin here as you slide your hands toward your knees, finding a seated cat position, feeling a roundedness happen through your spine. Then on an inhale, slide your hands closer to the hip points as you lift the chest. Exhale to round, push away, slide the hands away from you. Inhale to lift the heart, pull the hands toward you. One more round like that. Exhale. Inhale. Stay here. Stay for the exhale. And then on your next inhale, blink the eyes open. Circle your arms up high. Interlace your fingers. Turn the hands upside down so palms face up. Draw your pinky fingers back in space. Meanwhile, knit the low ribs down. Pinky fingers draw back. And then release the hands. Tabletop position. Crawl yourself forward. Activate your hands straight away and take an inhale into cow pose. Heart nudges forward. Exhale to cat. One more time, cow. One more time, cat. Push away, stay here, pushing away, press into the hands, active fingers, press into the tops of the feet, start to lift the knees. Lift the knees so much you roll over the toes, downward facing dog, pedal the feet. Next time the left knee is bent, pause there, reaching right heel toward the floor. Bend the left knee more as you press into the hands, lengthen through the arms. Really feel as if you could almost reach the right heel all the way to the ground. And maybe it is touching, or maybe it's still a ways away. The goal is not to touch, but instead to feel some stretch down the back of the leg. And then we'll switch, bending into right knee, reach the left heel toward the floor. Lengthen through the arms. Keep reaching left heel down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift both heels up high. Tiptoe your way, feet to hands, forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Reach for your blocks and pull them in closer so that when you halfway lift, your hands can find the blocks. Breathe in here. Refold, breathe out. One more time, halfway lift, breathe in. Fingers lightly on the blocks. Stay here and feel more pressure into the right foot as you hover left foot over the ground. And then start to lift the left heel behind you. Thinking about spinning the inner left thigh up toward the ceiling. Reaching it up. And then float the left leg back down to a hover. Twice more, we find the standing L shape, reaching the left leg back and then float down. One more time, reach it back. Pausing here, dial the left hip down just a little bit, inner left thigh spinning up. Then land in high crescent lunge, left toes land at the back of your mat. Release the blocks as you reach the arms up high. Deep bend in the front knee. Active back leg. Feel your feet. Imagine you could draw energy up through the floor by lifting the arches of the feet or drawing up through the feet. Last breath here. Then we open up to warrior two. Take up space. Long stance. Reaching the arms out. Again, drawing up through the feet. Feel the arches lift. One more breath. Then straighten the legs, turning to the side of the mat, star shape. Reach the arms and legs out like a star. And then goddess squat. Turn the toes out, heels in, cactus the arms. Lift the chest. Sinking down low. Shift a little left and right. Then find a little bit of stillness right in the center. Bring your forearms together. Lift your elbows as you breathe in. As you breathe out, bow your torso forward, bringing the backs of the hands toward the ground. Stay low in the legs. Just the torso lifts as you breathe in. Breathe out, bow forward. Inhale. Exhale. One more time and then a change. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands to the floor, wide-legged fold. Turn the toes in, heels out. Generous bend in the knees first so you can lift the tailbone up higher. And then maybe you see what it feels like to try to straighten the legs. Curl the hands between the feet, or maybe you reach for the feet. Anything you like here. 2 breaths. And curl the hands back underneath you. Finding your wide-legged fold, turn to the right foot, finding lizard lunge. Both hands inside of the right foot as you face the front of your mat. Shift a little forward and back. And pause in your lizard lunge. Look underneath you at your back foot. We're finding a side angle pose. So the back foot will become flat like a warrior foot. And either your right hand stays on the ground or you can place your right hand on a block as we open up the side angle. If you have another variation you like, you're welcome to explore here. Maybe forearm sits on top of the thigh. Left arm reaching over the ear. Whichever version works for you, lean your left shoulder back. Feel that energy drawing up through the feet. One last breath. Now stay as you are or start to straighten your right leg, finding triangle pose, Trikonasana. You may need to adjust your hands. I like to slide my block back a bit farther so it's underneath my shoulder. Still left shoulder's leaning back. Pressure in your right big toe. One last breath. Then look towards your right foot, runner's lunge. Release your hands. Place your blocks back up toward the front of your mat. 3-legged dog. Sweep the right leg high. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, right knee to the nose. Shift forward. Active hands. Shoulders traveling past the wrists. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, knee to the nose. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out, hold it here, squeeze it in. Inhale, three-legged. Then shift forward to your three-legged plank. Shoulders past the wrists, hold. Then lower your right knee to the floor. Set your blocks off the end of your mat so they're not in the way of your chaturangas, because that's where we're about to move to. So the right knee is on the floor and the hands are about shoulders width apart. Camber the hands out slightly. So that means instead of having the hands straight up, sorry, my hair is all on my face. Instead of having the hands straight forward like this with the index fingers pointing kind of inward, we're going to turn them out just slightly so the index fingers point forward toward the top of the mat. So it's just a slight turning out. So the left leg is reaching back. The hands are slightly cambered out. Let the left toes leave the ground. And then shift yourself forward. Bend your elbows back. Doesn't have to be halfway or all the way to the ground, just enough that you can control. Pause, hold here. Then straighten the arms. Press back up. 3 more like that. Shift forward. Bend your elbows back. You choose how low you go. Use your fingers, really press them into the ground. Straighten the arms, push. Shift forward, bend the elbows, pause. Straighten. And then the last one, I think I lost count. Bend your elbows, pause and hold. Then straighten, tabletop to child's pose. Send your hips toward your heels. And look forward between your hands. On an inhale, slide forward between the hands to swan pose, pressing into the hands, lift the heart, bend the knees. Downward facing dog, exhale, like your hips high. Then inhale, lift the heels up high, tiptoe feet to hands, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Halfway lift, reach for your blocks, bring them in closer. Fingertips to the blocks here. And then breathe out, exhale. One more halfway lift. Fingers lightly on the blocks. We press more into the left foot, hover the right foot. And then start to reach the right heel back in space, letting the inner thigh spin up toward the ceiling. Then come back to a hover. Twice more like that. Slowly and with control, lifting up, pausing, then returning to the hover. One more. Lift it up, hold it here. Feel the standing leg lengthen as well. Inner right thigh spinning up. Then we land in high crescent lunge. Let the right toes find the back of your mat. Feel firm in the legs as you release the hands from the blocks. Feel both legs actively working, feet drawing up, especially that front foot, since we can think about lifting the arch here. Take another breath, then open to warrior two, taking up a long stance. Now we can think about drawing up with both feet, arches lifting. Notice what's happening in your shoulders. If they're shrugged up toward your ears, can you soften them down? Last breath. Start to straighten through the legs. Turn to face the right side of your mat, star shape. Reaching up, reaching out. And goddess squat. Heels in, toes out, cactus the arms. You can shift side to side or just pause here, trying to be still, actively reaching your knees away from one another, lifting the chest. One more breath. And bring your forearms together in front of your face. Lift your chest as you lift the elbows. Breathe in. As you breathe out one time, we bring the backs of the hands toward the ground and release the hands to the ground. Wide-legged fold, toes in, heels out. You can do anything you like here, about 3 or 4 breaths to explore. Arches lifting and active. Then walk your hands back underneath you, pausing in the halfway lift. We're going to crawl the hands to the inside of the left foot for lizard lunge. Setting the blocks out of the way if we're not using them. Shift a little forward and back. Pause. Look underneath you at your right foot. We're turning this into our side angle. So the right foot moves into the flat position like a warrior foot. And then either your left hand stays on the ground or you can place the block underneath the hand. Finding side angle, we turn the chest to the right. All the options are available to you. Feel both legs actively working here. Then you choose whether you stay or start to explore straightening the left leg, finding triangle pose. Make any adjustments you need for your stance or your setup. Whatever you choose, lean the right shoulder back. Left big toe is pressing down actively. Last breath. Runner's lunge. Both hands down, set your block toward the front. Three-legged dog, left leg sweeps up high, breathe in. As you breathe out, left knee to the nose, active hands. Inhale, three-legged. Knee to the nose, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, three-legged. Then shift forward to your three-legged plank. Pausing here. Holding your three-legged plank. Then we lower left knee to the ground. Right leg lifts. So if your blocks aren't out of the way, push them out of the way. Camber your hands out slightly. And then shift forward. Bend your elbows back. Doesn't have to be as low or as deep as I'm going or anyone else. And then straighten the arms. Push. 3 more like that. Shift forward. Bend the elbows. Really press into finger pads. Don't rush it. Straighten the arms. Push. Last 2. Pause and hold. Straighten the arms. Last 1. Any degree. Pause and hold. Straighten the arms. High plank. Downward facing dog. Hips high. Pedal your feet. And pause in downward facing. Inhale, lift both heels up high. Tiptoe, feet to hands, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Option to reach for your blocks if you'd like, fingertips to the blocks. We become heavier in the right foot. The left foot hovers over the ground. And sweep the left foot back. So you're either with fingertips to the block in a supported warrior three, or you can release the blocks, hands anywhere that feels supportive. Maybe hands to the heart or arms reaching back. Finding a little balance here. Inner left thigh spinning up. Last breath. Land in your warrior one. Left foot lands at the back of the mat. Deep bend in your front knee. Reach your arms up. Maybe look up between the hands. Lift the heart. Think about lifting the back arch of the foot, the left arch of the foot. Warrior two. Take up space. Reaching out. Turn the right palm up, peaceful warrior. Scoop up, reach back. And cartwheel the hands down, high lizard. Both hands inside of the right foot. Lower your left knee to the ground. And then swivel your left shin behind you like a little kickstand. The right hand will stay inside of the right foot, or you can place a block underneath the right hand. And we open up, turning chest to the left, finding that side angle variation. Now with your top arm, I'm going to invite you to lift the top arm up toward the ceiling. And then as you reach the hand away from you toward the back of the mat, you're going to turn your thumb down so your palm faces away from you. And then bend at the elbow, letting the back of the left hand find your low back. Maybe you find the right hip crease. And maybe this is where you stay. Or if you'd like, you can find the full bind by sliding the right arm underneath the right leg, reaching behind you. Maybe the hands catch each other. If you have a strap or a towel you'd like to use to connect the hands, you're welcome to do so. And then whatever you've chosen, lean your left shoulder back. Even if you don't have contact of the hands or the bind, we're still choosing to lean left shoulder back, creating space across the chest. One more breath. Then release. Return to your high lizard lunge, placing the blocks out of the way. Left toes tuck, the back knee lifts. Look at your left hand. That's where your left foot will step for Malasana Yogi squat. Bend the knees, sink your hips down low, hands to the heart. Just taking a couple breaths here. And forward fold. Heel toe your feet together. Return your blocks to the tall position. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. One more time, halfway lift. Refold. Here we go. Breathe in, halfway lift. Pause here, fingers lightly on the ground as you press into the left foot, hover the right foot, then sweep the right leg back. Pausing here in our supported warrior three. Or if you'd like, you can become lighter on the hands, on the blocks, remove the hands from the equation. And then you choose what feels good, what feels right in your body. Keep growing longer through the standing leg, inner right thigh spinning up. One more breath. Warrior one, land the right foot toward the back of the mat. Bend into the left knee as you sweep the arms up. The pinky toe side of your right foot anchors to the ground as you lift the inner arch of the foot. Look up toward the hands. Lift the chest. Warrior two. Take up space. Second time visiting warrior two on this side. Just notice how it's different. Feel the feet actively working, drawing up. And turn your left palm up, peaceful warrior. Scoop up, reach back. So we're reaching back with left fingers, but the left knee is still moving forward toward the front of the mat. Lizard lunge, cartwheel both hands down inside of the right foot. Shift a little forward and back. And then soften your right knee down to the ground. We're going to kickstand the right shin, sending the right foot over toward the left side of the mat. Your left hand will stay grounded, or if you'd like, you can place the hand to a block as we turn the chest to the right, finding our supported side angle. Leaning left shoulder back the whole time. If you'd like to add the half or full bind, we start with the right hand. Start to reach the right hand back in space toward the back of your mat, and then turn the palm away from you, thumb faces down. Bend at the elbow so that the back of the hand finds your low back or maybe your left hip crease. Keep leaning right shoulder back. You can stay or add on the full bind, reaching left arm underneath left leg. And maybe the hands touch, maybe they meet. Or if you've got a strap or a towel, you can connect them that way. Keep breathing. And start to unwind. Finding your high lizard. Place your blocks out of the way. Shift a little forward and back. Look at your right pinky finger. That's where your right foot is going to step. Malasana Yogi squat. Sink down. Lift the chest. And forward fold. Heel toe the feet together, or about hips distance apart, rather. So hips distance apart. Bring your blocks back to the high position at first. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, refold. One more time, halfway lift. Pausing here in your halfway lift. We're going to move one block out of the way. Setting a block out of the way. The right hand will stay on its block, and the left arm will reach up high. Bend into the right knee a lot. And then you have the option to stay here in this standing twist. Or if you'd like, you can return to the bind that we just did. Left hand behind the low back. Maybe the right arm reaches underneath and catches the left hand. And then you can stay here hanging out in this twisted bound forward fold. Or if you'd like to play with bird of paradise, you can start to rise up, standing on the left foot. And then bring the right leg with you as you rise. And if you've risen up, maybe you see what it feels like to try to straighten the right leg. Really reach through the toes. Slowly lower yourself back down. Release the arms, forward fold. Halfway lift, let the left hand find the block. Reach the right arm up, bend the left knee a lot. Taking this twist to the right. You can stay or start to add on, finding the half bind, maybe the full bind. And then just ask yourself, is this enough on this side? Or do I need to try to explore farther? So every time we show up for yoga on our mat, we show up a little bit differently. And we're different from left side to right side. So you just see what's there each time without any sort of ego or judgment. Slowly return yourself to the ground. Forward fold, release the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Plant your hands to the ground, walk your feet back, and lower your knees to the ground. Take an inhale into cow pose. Exhale into cat. One more time into cow. One more time into cat. Stay here, rounding up. Breathe into the back left ribs. Breathe into the back right ribs. Breathe into the center. And then gently release. Draw the heart forward. Maybe crawl the hands forward for puppy pose, letting the hips stay stacked over the knees as the chest and chin lower toward the ground. And walk your hands back toward you. Send your shins off to one side and have a seat. I'm going to reach the right leg long on the mat and draw the left foot into the inner right thigh. Sitting up tall, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, start to crawl your hands forward, letting your chest lead the way, like you could reach your chest toward your toes. And then when you can't keep a flat back anymore, start to round. And walk your hands back toward you. Look to the left, plant the left hand by the left hip, supported wild thing. And then lower yourself back down, just switching sides. Left leg long, right foot finds the inner left thigh. Tall spine at first. Breathe in, lift the chest, and then let the chest reach toward the left toes. And when you can't reach forward anymore, start to round forward. Walk your hands back toward you. Look over the right shoulder. Plant the right hand by the hip, supported wild thing on this side. And then have a seat. Draw both feet in, finding a butterfly shape in the legs. Sit up tall, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, start to tuck your chin to your chest, round forward, curling forward. And walk yourself back up, rolling up. Take the hands to the outer thighs and close the legs, giving yourself a squeeze, a little hug here. Then you can keep the hands behind the thighs or behind the calves as you walk the feet out a little farther. The legs don't have to be fully straight here, but we are looking for a stretch of the hamstrings. Sometimes keeping a small bend in the knees can keep the work in the belly of the muscle rather than stressing the connective tissue. So just think about that rather than locking out your knees, just keep a softness there. And then fold forward your own degree. Feel free to use your blocks for support. Take one more round of breath where you are and slowly start to walk yourself back upright. Turn to face the side of your mat, finding an easy seat or any other comfortable seated position, but let your eyelids remain low or closed. Finding any comfortable seat, sit up tall. And we'll take 3 breaths to conclude. Take an inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Breathe in. Sigh out. One last time. Then close the mouth. Bring the hands to the lap if they aren't there already. And blink your eyes open. Thank you for being here and staying till the end. I hope that your hips and hamstrings feel a little more open and ready for use. I hope to see you again soon. Leave me a comment if there's anything you'd like to see in a future class, and then I know what to bring you next time. Thank you so much. I'll see you then.